Welcome back to Sports Corner. I'm here with the new head men's basketball coach for Casper College, Shaun Gutting. Coach, you just got the job a couple days ago. So how did you find out, and what was your immediate reaction?
Well, I found out a little bit quicker than I expected. I was kind of just hanging out up at the gym, working, just kind of doing some odds ends things towards the end of the year, cleaning things up. And President Darren Devine and the Vice President Kim Bird came and found me. To my surprise, I didn't expect to see them that day. And they came and found me and just kind of walked me into the office, and asked me, hey, do you like the office? It's yours if you want it. So my initial reaction was pretty shocking, honestly. I really wasn't expecting that day. I knew it was always a possibility, obviously, going through the interview processes and everything, but I just didn't really know how quickly it was going to happen. So I tried to keep my cool as well as I could. Not much of a grown man shedding tears or anything like that, but it was close. It was close. It was a dream come true for me. This is something I've set my goal to be for a long time, and I'm just extremely fortunate to be able to live it out here at Casper.
And you were actually on the phone in the parking lot walking in here. You're calling everybody. I only got like a couple minutes with you yesterday to say congrats, as a friend. Mm-hmm. But what has the last 24 hours been like for you as your first head coaching job at the college level?
It's hard to describe. You don't really get a whole lot of time. I got asked by somebody today if I've had time to really let it sink in, and I really haven't. There's so many people that want to reach out, touch base, that are great friends, family, people in Casper community that want to wish you well. The list goes on, and it's hard to kind of manage that and still kind of try and get your emotions in check a little bit. But it's been good. I haven't had a whole lot of time to just sit and dwell on it, which is probably a good thing. I've just been hitting the ground running, trying to talk to people about recruiting and, hiring an assistant coach and kind of just getting ready for the summer, getting ready for the year and everything like that. And so it's been a whirlwind for sure for me the last 24 hours.
And speaking of the summer, last year, we'll pull up the clip, you were sitting in this very seat and we were talking, and you just accepted the job as the assistant at Casper College.
It's amazing, huh?
Now, less than a year later, you're accepting the job as the head coach. So how would you characterize this past year for you?
Well, I haven't changed my wardrobe, if you can't tell. I think I'm actually wearing the same exact shirt I was wearing the day I was on with you last summer. It's amazing. You try and reflect on your journey, where you've been, your past successes, your past failures, and everything leads up to this point. And, when you get lucky enough to be hired for a head coaching position, you use all of those moments in your past to let you learn from them and grow and develop. And I can't believe I'm sitting here now talking about this, whereas last summer I was just ultra excited to be here, excited about our team that was coming up and working with Coach Russell. Now all of a sudden I'm taking over Coach Russell's role and going to have to do everything that he was doing, which is something I'm extremely excited for, but also is something that, it's going to be tough because those are big shoes to fill, especially in the Casper community.
That's right. A hometown legend for Coach Russell as an NC grad and playing with the T-Birds, coaching for the T-Birds as an assistant, coaching as a head coach. So you guys, as many of our viewers know, went 32-3 last year, won the Region 9 title, the first one for Casper College in 23 years. So clearly you want to keep a lot of things the same.
Right.
But what are some of your pillars and fundamentals for the team?
There's a lot of similarities, and that's not just because, I want to be Coach Russell. That's not what I'm trying to do, but when something's successful and works, there's not a whole lot you need to change to it. I think our teams are going to be based off of our attitude, our effort, our body language, being grateful for where we are, for having the opportunity to be college basketball players, and being a part of a college basketball program that's so prestigious. There's only a handful of people that get to be wearing the Casper College logo, and I want players and people in my program that are very appreciative of that, just as Coach Russell had. So there'll be a lot of similarities. Obviously, it's kind of my show now, so I got to do my own thing and kind of make it my own as we go. But I think that's only something you really learn and develop on by doing it, and just by being involved. So, here's my opportunity, and I just got to hit the ground running and, hope I go full force. So.
And you had 7 players from this year's team commit to 4-year schools, 6 to D1, 1 to D2, which is incredible. 2 bench guys going to play for 4-year schools.
Right.
So now what does this summer look for you as far as recruiting and, like you said, hiring an assistant coach?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be busy, especially here this first month. I mean, we have about a half a team to fill. We had a lot of really, really good players sitting out this last year that were a part of our scout team that were red shirts or freshmen just kind of waiting for their turn. And those guys can play. A couple of them are from Wyoming, Eric Jammerman from Douglas, Manny Natula here from Casper. I mean, these are guys that probably deserve opportunities. And then beyond that, my job is to recruit guys that fit into the mix of the players we're bringing back, like Jalen Harris, Philip Peppel once he comes off injury, Isaiah Banks, who is redshirting. I mean, we have a really solid core of guys to build off of. My job is just finding in the right guys to pick up the pieces there, here and there, and get us to a full squad. And, the goal is to have a team that has a bunch of guys that sign to 4-year schools again. Everybody wants to say you want to win 30 games. I think there's a lot of coaches in the country that'll tell you that doesn't happen very often. But, I want to try and make sure that we're winning as many games as possible, but also doing it the right way with our guys.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the new
Yeah,
job.
man.
I
Yeah.
can't believe the year-long journey, but like we were
amazing.
talking about, you put yourself in a position for this to happen, and I don't know anybody who cares about the kids more. So
No, I appreciate it, man. I'm extremely lucky to be here, and especially here right now, sitting in the seat with Carmine, man.
Yeah,
This is
that's
beautiful.
right. Coach Shaun Gutting, the new head men's basketball coach for the Casper College T-Birds. Good luck to him next year, and we'll be right back with some more Sports Corner in just a moment.